I think between the technologies that I just described, and I think just awareness, we're going to get really a much better. But we need some help from the government. What are you guys doing with that? What are you proposing to them?
Yeah, so we've been working on legislation. It actually just passed through markup on the Senate last week, so we're super excited about it. It's called the Household Goods Protection Act, but it's not just household goods. It obviously relates, obviously, to general freight as well. But really, it's taking some of the current FMCSA regulations, like principal place of business, the situation you talked about, where there was 400 or 500. It's probably the same one I'm thinking of in Sheridan, Wyoming, where you have to utilize your principal place of business. You can't use a UPS box. You can't use FedEx or a Target or an airport parking lot as your quote unquote place of business. It's already a regulation at FMCSA. It's just not enforced. Secondly, and probably the biggest thing is that there's no enforcement teeth at the FMCSA. As part of the MAP 21 package we talked about earlier, as part of the Fighting Fraud and Transportation Act, which is the piece of legislation we worked on, it created civil penalties for unauthorized brokerage activities or fraud. That, through an administrative law judge ruling in 2019, barred the agency from assessing civil penalties for commercial violations. So this legislation would restore their authority to do that, to give them teeth. We went in and met with that FMCSA leadership a few weeks ago. They said how excited they were to have this legislation because they don't have that authority in place to go after some of these folks. Again, none of these are going to be a silver bullet. These are just part of the solution. A lot of the criminal activity, like you mentioned, is based overseas.